हेलो एवरीवन। जैसे कि हमें पता है इंडस्ट्रियल फार्मेसी 2 जो कि सेमेस्टर 7 का सब्जेक्ट है थेरोटिकल, उसमें रेगुलेटरी एस्पेक्ट्स मोस्टली कवर नहीं किए हैं किसी किताब में। तो फार्माकरण ये ट्राई करेगा, ये अपना मोटो रखेगा कि इसके 4-5 वीडियो बनाए जाए ताकि यूनिट 3, 4 और 5 वीडियो थ्रू सब स्टूडेंट्स को अवेलेबल हो और आपको कहाँ भी जाने की ज़रूरत ना रहे। तो हमारा ये मोटो है कि हम ये सब वीडियो करेंगे और यूट्यूब पे इसका अवेलेबिलिटी रखेंगे। तो आज हम फर्स्ट पार्ट देखेंगे उसका, यूनिट 3 दैट इज़ रेगुलेटरी अफेयर्स। उसमें हम कवर करेंगे इंट्रोडक्शन, हिस्ट्री ऑफ रेगुलेटरी अफेयर्स, देन रेगुलेटरी अथॉरिटीज़ क्या है, रोल और रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी क्या है रेगुलेटरी प्रोफेशनल और रेगुलेटरी अथॉरिटी की। सो हम देखेंगे, लेट्स सी। तो यूनिट 3 के फर्स्ट पार्ट में उन्होंने इंट्रोडक्शन और हिस्टोरिकल ओवरव्यू ऑफ रेगुलेटरी अफेयर्स हम कवर करेंगे। देन रेगुलेटरी अथॉरिटीज़, कितने रेगुलेटरी अथॉरिटीज़ है, देन रोल ऑफ रेगुलेटरी अफेयर्स डिपार्टमेंट और रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ रेगुलेटरी अफेयर्स। सो दैट विल सी वन बाय वन टॉपिक। सो पार्ट 1 का फर्स्ट सेक्शन इंट्रोडक्शन एंड हिस्टोरिकल ओवरव्यू ऑफ रेगुलेटरी अफेयर्स। इसमें मोस्टली सबने सुना होगा थैलिडोमाइड ट्रेजेडी। तो यहाँ पे बिगिनिंग में हमें इंट्रोडक्शन में यही लिखना है कि एलिक्सर सल्फोनामाइड का प्रिपरेशन सोलवेंट डाइथिलीन ग्लाइकोल यूज़ किया था। तो जो कि इथिलीन डाइथिलीन ग्लाइकोल एक पॉइजन है और उसके वजह से मोर देन 100 पीपल इन यूएसए का डेथ हुआ था। तो ये इंसिडेंट रजिस्टर हुआ था यूएसएफडीए में और वहाँ से स्टार्ट हुआ था कि यूएसए ने अपना ड्रग और कॉस्मेटिक एक्ट लॉ भी पास किया था, एज वेल एज उसका प्रिपरेशन चालू था। देन थैलिडोमाइड ट्रेजेडी, थैलिडोमाइड यूज़ हुआ था प्रेग्नेंट वुमन के मॉर्निंग सिकनेस के लिए, तो जिसका इफेक्ट मोर देन 10,000 चिल्ड्रन को डिफॉर्मिटीज़ हुआ था, फोकोलेमिया ऐसे डिफॉर्मिटीज़ हुआ था। तो यहाँ से हमें समझ में आया दिस टू इंसिडेंट open eye of all medical practitioner and medicine maker to bring something law which regulate all medicines in perspective of safety and quality। ये दो इंसिडेंट के बाद यूएसए में केफा और हैरिस अमेंडमेंट हुआ था। उसके बाद 1962 में फेडरल फूड ड्रग एंड कॉस्मेटिक एक्ट भी अमेंड किया गया, जो कि स्पेशल रेगुलेट कर रहा था मेडिसिन्स के लॉ to regulate the safety and quality of pharmaceuticals, nutraceutical and cosmetic. So now regulatory affairs is a new profession which initiated from government for public health and safety of humans. So they are covering all areas like pharmaceutical, veterinary medicines, medical devices, pesticides, agrochemical, cosmetic and complementary medicines. So now in companies, manufacturing companies of pharmaceutical or above mentioned all nutraceutical and cosmetic, they have a special department or like regulatory affairs which deals with regulatory authorities during product registration or after product registration. So that is the basic of regulatory। जब हम इंट्रोडक्शन और हिस्ट्री ऑफ रेगुलेटरी अफेयर्स देखेंगे तब हमें मिथ्रिडाटियम ये मॉलिक्यूल का जिक्र करना ही होगा, क्योंकि ये मॉलिक्यूल यूरोप में और काफ़ी वर्ल्ड के सभी कंट्रीज़ में अराउंड 1540 और 16th सेंचुरी में दिया जाता था, जिससे ऑल डिसीज कवर होते थे। दिस लाइक ए सुपरविजन ऑफ अपोथेकेरीज वेयर्स एंड विच इज़ अमेंडेड बाय ड्रग्स एंड स्टफ एक्ट। तो इसे कंट्रोल करने के लिए ब्रिटिशर्स ने इंस्पेक्शन स्टार्ट किया। देन हिस्ट्री ऑफ फार्माकोपिया लाइक ऑफिशियल बुक ऑफ क्वालिटी स्टैंडर्ड जो कि सैलरिनो मेडिकल एडिक्ट से इशू हुई थी और फ्रेडरिक। और उसके बाद ये जो मिथ्रिडाटियम का यूज़ है यूरोप कंट्रीज़ में वो मेंशन किया गया, इसका कंट्रोल कैसा करना है स्पेनिश फार्माकोपिया में। और अराउंड 1581 एंड 1618 को इसका टेस्ट स्टैंडर्ड्स लाया गया कि मिथ्रिडाटियम को कंट्रोल और मैन्युफैक्चरिंग क्वालिटी कैसे देखा जाए ताकि इसका साइड इफ़ेक्ट कम से कम हो। देन 19th सेंचुरी, जैसे कि हमने बिगिनिंग ऑफ रेगुलेटरीज देखा था, तो इसमें सीक्वेंस वाइज ये भी आएगा आफ्टर 16th century. In 19th century what happened, this sulfonamide elixir basically use solvents diethyl glycol, which is very poisonous, and then it happened about 100 people dies in this case. So then immediately amend Drug and Cosmetic Act by US. Then second case of all, that is thalidomide disaster. This thalidomide was used for sedative hypnotic. Then it affects on almost 10,000 babies with phocomelia. So its benefit and risk mentioned and revised after this in International Textbook of Clinical Pharmacology under second edition of 66 drug. Immediately after these two incident, वर्ल्ड में डे बाय डे रेगुलेटरी सिस्टम अपडेट होते गया, रीशेप होते गया. तो यूके established the Committee on Safety of Drugs that was started in 1963, and this is applicable to record voluntary adverse drug reaction reporting system under yellow card scheme, which is also started in 1964 around. Then immediately United States started Drug Amendment Act of 1962, which was passed by Congress, requiring the new drug application. They have mentioned the new drug application for the first time. Then FDA also start good manufacturing practices guideline, so that is to establish registered product. Then Europe rules are coming day by day, like the Directive 6565 EAC. In this directives, they establish European Committee, which is led by law, regulation, administration action relating medical product. Then 1975 में फिर से directives आते गए, rules आते गए यूरोपियन कंट्रीज के, लाइक 75/318. इसमें इन्होंने क्लिनिकल स्टैंडर्ड और प्रोटोकॉल के बारे में लिखा था. देन 75/319 इसमें इन्होंने ये रूल में एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन एक्शन टू मेडिकल प्रोडक्ट ये भी मेंशन किया गया था. फिर उसके बाद यूरोप ने कमिटी ऑन प्रोप्राइटरी मेडिकल प्रोडक्ट्स ये इस्टेब्लिश किया, दैट इज एडवाइजरी कमिटी इन केस ऑफ हेल्थ केयर रजिस्ट्री प्रोडक्ट. तो इसमें इन्होंने 2 स्टेप्स चालू किए, 2 प्रोसीजर रजिस्ट्रेशन करने के लिए, म्यूचुअल रिकग्निशन प्रोसीजर एंड सेंटर प्रोसीजर. फिर CP/MP फिर से अपडेट हुआ अंडर डायरेक्टिव 2309/93 में एज अ यूरोपियन मेडिसिन इवैल्यूएशन एजेंसी. Nowadays we see EMEA guidelines. So this is established in 1993. So under it they are starting centralized procedure for all European countries. The European Market Authorization Procedure described detail in this publication under EMEA. Then for harmonization के लिए यूरोप, जापान और US डिस्कस कर रहे थे, और उसमें उन्होंने one international conference of drug regulatory authorities which is organized by WHO, इसमें उन्होंने डिस्कशन किया था हार्मोनाइज करने के लिए कोई सिस्टम निकाले, जो कि पेरिस में हुआ था 1989 में. आफ्टर 1 year ऑफ मीटिंग पेरिस में ICH इस्टेब्लिश हुआ 1919 में, जो कि कोलैबोरेटिव ऑफ यूरोप, जापान एंड यूनाइटेड स्टेट था, as well as supporting authorities like WHO, IFTA and Canada. Then ICH, which is harmonization, which mostly supports the generic market as well as looking for the safety, efficacy and quality of pharmaceuticals that times. Then WHO also initiated their work to more survive quality, safety of standard product, and they will initiate it. So guys, you can explain all this in introduction of regulatory affairs, introduction and historical overview. So we'll see regulatory authorities. So इसमें हम कवर करेंगे बेसिक फंक्शन ऑफ रेगुलेटरी अथॉरिटीज. दिन कौन सी रेगुलेटरी अथॉरिटीज है वर्ल्ड वाइड. सो इन रेगुलेटरी अथॉरिटीज, the basic function of regulatory authority is like to responsible for protecting of the public health by assuring the safety and efficacy and the security of the pharmaceutical product or the कॉस्मेटिक प्रोडक्ट्स। सो मोस्टली इसमें हम वेटरनरी ड्रग्स भी इंक्लूड करते हैं, बायोलॉजिकल प्रोडक्ट्स, मेडिकल डिवाइसेस एंड अदर न्यूट्रिएंट्स। The regulatory body is also responsible for advancing the public health by helping to speed innovation that make medicine safer, more effective and more affordable. So nowadays in COVID-19, also regulatory body looking for which vaccine is very more effective, safe and then register to market. So every country has its own regulatory authorities which is responsible to enforce the rules and regulation and issue the guideline to regulate drug development like process, licensing, registration, manufacturing, marketing and labeling of pharmaceutical product. That's the basic function to evaluate by regulatory authorities. So we see like for USFDA is a regulatory authority for USA, then MHRA for United Kingdom, then Therapeutic Good Administration for Australia, then CDSO for India, then Health Canada for Canada. Then for South Africa there is SAFRA or you can say MCC. Then for Brazil ANVISA, for European Union EMA guidelines, then so on. So this is the basic regulatories of specific countries. Then the World Health Organization, Pan American Health Organization, World Trade Organization and International Conference of Harmonization, that is ICH, as well as World Intellectual Property Organization are some of international regulatory agencies which also play a role in registration of product or during the registration of product. So this organization also play essential role like all aspect of pharmaceutical regulation, that is product registration, manufacturing, distribution, price control, marketing, research and development and intellectual property protections. So basically all organization of regulatory, they mostly focus on how our pharmaceutical product is safe, effective as well as the quality product. Okay, so they also consider the accuracy and appropriateness of the drug product to human use, as well as the all data are in authenticate format. So basically every country has its own regulatory authority which is responsible to enforce the rule and regulations and issue guideline for drug development, licensing and all practices during manufacturing of drug. So the effective regulation of drug requires a variety of functions, like this authority can do guaranteeing the safety and efficacy of quality product, then licensing premises, person, practices, they also looking for it, then inspection of manufacturing facility and distribution channel, then product assessment as well as registration, then they also monitoring the adverse drug reactions during the drug dosing to humans, then quality control section, and they also focus on control on drug promotion and advertising, also control the drug price also. So this regulation consists of drug law, drug regulatory agencies, drug regulatory boards, quality controls, drug information centers and so on. So that is basic of regulatory authorities. So you can mention, this is sufficient part to mention. We'll see role of regulatory affairs department. Regulatory affairs department in this in every pharmaceutical company, it all files which includes information of drug development, manufacture control, stability studies, packaging, labeling, safety, efficacy, all like module 1 to module end, start to end of product up to selling. So this includes ANDA registration, NDA registration, market authorization, DMF. Then the regulatory agency review the all information related the regulation as well as the registration of product. So the general work of regulatory professional in API also. So for active pharmaceutical units, there are so many companies, they are also filing the submissions, like the filing the dossier or Asian submitted files to in support of NDA, ANDA or ANDA. So like drug masters files are also supporting the submissions like generic product or new drug abbreviated product which is developed by formulator, then filing dossier of API with ADQM for obtaining certificate of suitability of product. So that is the basic functions. For API registration, there are functions of regulatories like assessing and filing the amendment, variation, information which is related to manufacture control and stabilities, which is mentioned in DMF or Asian format of submissions to regulatory authorities, then taking approval of customers of API before implementing any major changes. This is also on the consideration. If any CRO can do anything, so they need to take a permission from sponsor, then preparing and submitting the open and closed part of DMF to the customer of API, then preparing and submitting of the letter of access or letter of authorization to the API customer or regulatory agencies. This is also the major role. What is basic role of regulatory affairs department? So they are also communicating and connection between QA, QC and internal department to communicate for final dossier compilation or the document required for regulatory affairs. Sometimes query raised by regulatory authorities, that is variations, they also done by regulatory affairs department, as well as the drug product renewal and the drug related or pharmacovigilance information they are providing to regulatory authorities. So this is the main role of regulatory affairs department of any company, to maintain the all documentary under regulations of different regulatory authorities. So we'll see now responsibilities of regulatory affairs professional. So the responsibility of regulatory affairs professionals like keeping track of the ever-changing legislation in all regions in which company wishes to distribute their product, and then advising legal and scientific restraint and requirement, then collecting and compiling the all scientific data, then presenting registration document to regulatory agency, and carry out the communication continually of still product registration and after product registration, then giving the strategic and technical advice to meet the final date of registration product with internal department, also communicate the contribution related to previous experience, and then helping the company avoid problem caused by badly kept records, inappropriate scientific thinking or poor presentation of data. Means also they are maintaining the data integrity throughout the process. Then also the additionally the regulatory affairs department or professional will often take part in the development of product marketing concept, is commonly required to approve packaging and advertising before it used commercially. Also act as liaison with regulatory agencies or authorities. Then preparation of organized and scientifically valid data, means regulatory agencies want data in ACTD, CTD or ACTD format to register NDA, ANDA, ANDA or market authorization submissions. Also regulatory affairs professional can ensure adherence and compliance with all applicable with CGMP, ICH, GCP, GLP guideline or regulations respective to the product registration. Then also providing expertise and regulatory intelligence in translating regulatory requirement into a practical workable plan, advising the company on regulatory aspect and climate, what would the effect of proposed activities related to all temperatures or stabilities. Apart from the above main roles, there are so many roles which is done by regulatory affairs professional or regulatory affairs department of companies. So that is the all roles and responsibility of regulatory affairs professional. Hope all you enjoy video.